traffic issues around here.
Okay, sorry.
Thank you, sir.
So we have about 10 seconds. Help me please make welcome our Vice Chancellor, Professor Sam Gobadia, and his guests, Mr. Sowore.
Please be seated. Okay, Mr. President, if you don't mind, could you please take a seat over there? Okay, you are welcome. Thank you very much. Okay, on behalf of the University Council, management, staff, and students of Benson Idahosa University, it is my pleasure to welcome the presidential candidate for African Action Congress, Mr. Omoyele Sowore. Please give him a round of applause. We are very impressed for the fact that you own Sahara Reporters. Give him another round of applause. Because you get a lot of information. And you are a human rights activist. And then I also understand you were involved in student unionism when you were in the University of Lagos. And all those speak very well about where we want to go in the country today. For you just coming out to be part of the debate is already very impressive. We have a platform in the university we call International Leaders Ideas Exchange, ILIX, also known as Thinkers Next. What we do from time to time is to choose a theme to focus on. This time around, we are focusing on political. That is what is going on in our country. We are all aware the elections will hold this month. And we have had representatives of other political parties come to us. Professor Oshimbajo came, represented APC. Mr. Obi came, represented PDP. So we are glad you are here today representing African Action Congress. And then a few days from now, we are also expecting the other gentleman, Mr. Dorotoye, to join us. The way this works is, we're just going to ask you very few questions. Perhaps, President, let me first and foremost present our President of Benson Idahosa University, Bishop Dr. Omoyele Sowore. Give him all the biggest honor. Okay, and we have so much regard for this project that the principal officers of the universities decide to stay behind. They should have gone home since 4 p.m. We have the bursar here, Mr. Glade Iguadora. We have part of our management team, is not in no special order. We have Dr. Oisa Moje, the Dean of Students. We have Professor Sani, the Dean Postgraduate Studies. We have Professor Ekane, the Dean Social and Management Sciences. We have Dr. Oba Hiapon, Director of GST, General Studies. We have Dr. Mark Igile, I call him the greatest DAP, Director of Academic Planning. And then we come this way, we have Professor Ekrakane, one of our senior members of staff. And we can see there's full representation. So I'm not going to take any much time. I'm going to hand the mic over to our President. He's going to ask you a question or two, and I know he's always generous. He might throw it to the audience to also ask you. Over to you, Mr. President.
Good evening, everyone. Can we have a warm welcome for our guest this evening? Thank you for taking some time to spend with us tonight. You are at what is possibly the greatest university in Nigeria, Benson Idahosa University. And we are speaking to the greatest students I've ever known in my whole life. So tonight, we thank you for coming to take some time with us. This is the International Leadership Idea Exchange. What we do is we exchange ideas and we talk to people who can share things about the nation. I want to thank you very much for coming to spend some time with us tonight. Thank you very much. So tonight we want to do two things. I want to ask you just two questions from my end, and then we'll let the young man and woman ask you some questions as well too. But I want to let you first of all share your thoughts, your manifesto, so to speak, as to why you're here, what you're doing, what makes you want to run for president. Just tell us a little bit about yourself and why you're doing this.
Thank you. Thank you, and let me apologize first and foremost that we got here a little late. We've been in Benin since morning, and part of the reason why I want to be president is because our roads are so bad. We got to fix them immediately. We managed to start on our way there. And it's unbelievable that the journey that in 3 minutes took us almost an hour. We were just navigating around the whole place. It's not your fault. It's the fault of the kind of leadership we've had in the last 58 years. A few years ago, when I say a few years ago, 30 years ago, I'm like you, sitting down in a room at the University of Lagos, matriculating as a student, and had high hopes that Nigeria, within 4 years of my stay in the university, will become such a great place. I studied geography and planning, and I majored in groundwater hydrology. And what was my intention? That after I'm done with school, I'm going to make sure that there's water available wherever there are great aquifers under the ground. It never happened. A few weeks before I graduated from the university, they struck in the military and annulled the June 12th election. So I graduated into a fighter when I had not graduated as a student. And that was how my life changed in a kind of way. But before then, I had been settled into the university system at a period of crisis in Nigeria. What was our biggest problem at that time? Military rule. We have military buzzards all over the place, locking people up, stealing whatever they could steal, and then at the end of it, they didn't care about us. We had an economic problem, policy issue called the Structural Adjustment Program. at that time, and we're fighting against it. Let me tell you, the reason why you guys are probably the greatest, as President has said, is that you can think even faster than Americans. Do you know why I said this? In the 90s, when we knew that the structural adjustment program was bad for us, even Americans thought it was good for Africa. It wasn't until a few years ago that they came out. The World Bank said the structural adjustment program did not work for Africa. But we knew that as of 1990. In fact, there are some professors in Benin, at the University of Benin, who were saying that the structural adjustment program would not work. What did the military do? They arrested them and locked them up for speaking out against an economic policy that eventually has been accepted as the truth. But the question to me is, why do I want to be president? It's the same reason why you are sitting here thinking about the future, is that I have been through 7 presidents in my lifetime, starting from Babangida, followed by Chonekon briefly, then Abacha. After Abacha was Abdul Salam. After Abdul Salam, it was Olusegun Obasanjo. After Olusegun Obasanjo, it was Umaru Yar'Adua. After Umaru Yar'Adua, it was Goodluck Jonathan. After Goodluck Jonathan, we are settled with, this headstone. Yes. But the truth is that I look at myself and I am a better person. I have better capacity, I'm more intelligent, I'm more exposed than any of myself. Before you shout, please, just wait. And you guys are probably even better than them. Yes. So many of you, as undergraduates, you can think better and faster than these analog brain leaders that are running Nigeria. That's the truth. And what I got to say to you, ladies and gentlemen, is that this is the best time to be alive in Nigeria. Because this is one time that you have a chance to change the objective conditions of your country. If you are 18 and you can vote, go out and vote against the people who are working against your future. They are lucky, and I'm serious, they are lucky that we are nice. Other young people of our age, other young people of our pedigree would not even be waiting for election before we fight these guys to a standstill. But in Nigeria, our dignity has been stripped of us. We have been battered, we are fought and disgraced, and we're just struggling, to make ends meet. That is why they keep telling you all these stupid aphorisms about you are the leader of tomorrow, when they know that tomorrow will never come. They had already taken tomorrow from you, and then they give you the leadership of a time the road never exists. And I must say to you that when you look at your parents today, you probably feel disappointed in them, right? But don't let your children be even more disappointed in you if you don't do what is right now. That's the truth. You can change Nigeria. And I've tried it before and it works. When I was a student union activist at the University of Lagos, there were student union activists at the University of Benin and all over the country, and we fought together for 10 years and drove the military out of power. But the problem was that we forgot that after the military left power, we needed to take over power. We left it for morons, and the morons took over Nigeria's democracy and they turned into a morontocracy. That's what we have to do. But we can change that now. Whatever is left of that democracy, we can change it around and use it to our advantage. Because whether we like it or not, we have one major lock in all of this. At least we're conscious enough for over 51% of voting population in Nigeria today are young people. They are no longer market women, as they used to say, not housewives, not civil servants. Young people, people who address themselves as students and youth. If 22 million people can vote for a candidate, I hope you vote for me, because I'm a fighter. And if you are looking to get out of this mess, you need a strong fighter. You need a guy. You need a guy who can step on toes. Can you hear me? You need a guy who can step on toes. You need a guy, we don't need politicians of goodwill. Because what we have been told about this year is that